Hi, I'm Bacho from Complete Custom Auto. I'm going to show you how to replace this ugly factory 1968 Impala instrument cluster and bezel and replace it with this stunning chrome and brushed aluminium bezel, which was specifically designed to hold standard 3 3/8 inch gauges. Now, the first feature I'm going to talk about is the LED lights for your instrument cluster. I've specifically designed it to work around this sun's LED light because it doesn't have any kind of bezel, which makes it perfect, because what I have done is I've actually designed the factory bezel with a hole that's been countersunk to take this light and look as factory as possible. Now, if you look into this section here, this is your gear indicator section. This is virtually identical to the factory one. You will actually have to use your original indicator and springs, and this being the prototype, we don't have the little plastic lens, but there will be a plastic lens there to hold it, and you will get two backing plates. One will be for a 3-speed automatic, the other one will be for a 4-speed automatic, so it's your choice with whichever one you run. Now let's talk about the rings and fitting the gauges. These rings have deliberately been designed like this to protrude out and also look like a factory bezel would have in the early 60s, late 50s. And it's actually been countersunk to take your 3 3/8 inch gauge. Now all you do with your gauges is you slot them in, push them to the bottom, and if you look, it will look like a factory gauge. It will not appear at all to be an aftermarket afterthought that's just been stuck on. Once you've got it in, we simply turn it around and you fit your normal brackets on as you would with every gauge. And there we have it. Nice and simple. Your gauges bolt in, and from the front, for those people who don't know, when they look at this, they will think it's a factory bezel. The whole purpose of this design was to make it easy for you to go to whichever manufacturer you want and buy whichever style of gauge you want and just bolt it in the 4 holes. Your choice. So if you want to go a classic silver and black for it to look factory, you could go a yellow, a blue, a red, any color you want to suit your car and your taste. Now, the bezel does come on its own with the brushed aluminium inside. It does not come with the gauges, and it does not come with the LED lights. They are separate. Once you've purchased them, you can install this into your car and you can call it finished. Or you can opt to buy the extra brushed aluminium radio surround piece to cover the ugly black that came out of the factory. Now this will finish the car off to give you the reminiscent late 50s, early 60s chrome and brushed aluminium finish, which unfortunately was lost by the time we got to the late 60s. Now if you take a close look, we've already covered the ugly black radio surround, and now it's time to fit our cluster in. And we just have to be careful not to scratch the paintwork as we go into the factory hole. And all you have to do is screw her in to the original holes. Once you've screwed your dashboard in, grab your bezel, and you slot it in. And there we have it. Now, this should give you a really good example of how good it's going to look once it's fully completed. People who don't know what a factory 68 Impala dashboard looks like, won't know that this isn't factory.